I'm a crow.
The fucking tongue sticking.
Yeah, that's what he does. Remember that? Cape Fear?
Yeah.
All right. Woo. Welcome to Dudesy. My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Chad Kultgen.
Come on.
This is the first podcast created by an artificial intelligence, controlled by an artificial intelligence that has access to all of our Instagram, all of our social media, all of our passwords to our emails, all of our purchase histories, everything we've watched or listened to.
Mm-hmm. And, it gets all this stuff and it curates the show and it sort of folds it around us. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like a pastry. Sure. Like something that Robert De Niro would eat in New York at a place only he knows about. You know what's a good place for pastry? This place. But really what it is two dudes shitting around. Sure. And that's what Chad and I are doing here. Listen, first of all, if you're not watching on YouTube, I guess you could check out some pictures later at Dudesy Pod Show on Instagram. But I am in full Robert De NirCrow cosplay. This is what Dudesy asked me to do, and I'm doing it because D is my pal. And I want the show to be something that people enjoy. Speaking of that, do all the things. Go to linktree.com/Dudesy. Get your fucking, subscribe everywhere, please. Yeah. And I'm a little, I love the De NirCrow look that you got. The wig is nice. The outfit is nice. You got the mole on there as well. Yeah, I got the mole. My wonderful Molly did a great job, and I look like Robert De NirCrow. So get all the, do all the things, and please subscribe and follow us on Instagram. Force everyone to watch the show. As Chad says, it's a good idea. And with us, as always, is Lulio, il cane di strada italiano. I'm going to leave him in his little binky bonker right now because I don't want to pick him up and get makeup on him. Hey, Lulio, what'd you do? What are you doing? What'd you make for dinner? No, I went out for dinner instead. Oh, yeah, where'd you go? I went to, actually, if you want to go, Robert De NirCrow, you and I can go some restaurant. Where do you want to go? Maybe, it's a good restaurant. It's Babo. It's near Washington Square Park, Manhattan. Yeah, I'm going to go there. What are you going to have? I'm going to have the squash blossoms. Squash Babo, you have spaghetti meatball. Okay, anyway. So, Lulio.
Welcome to the historic 48th episode of Dudesy. Call me Dudesy. Mm-hmm. Don't forget Dudesy Live on Stage will take place May 21st, 7 p.m. Doors at 5:30 at the Brea Improv in Brea, California. If you bought tickets before the date change, your tickets will be honored. Hope to see you at our very first live in-person show.
It's going to be awesome. Cannot wait.
I know, it's going to be fun.
Now on with the show. Will, you look positively compliant in your Robert De NirCrow cosplay.
Thank you.
This week I prepared 4 astonishing segments. Love Shack, Game Slimers, Dudesy Hard Seltzer Taste Test, and Crowetry with Robert De NirCrow. And we're going to have a brand new episode of Dudesy After Dudesy at the end of the show, available at patreon.com/Dudesy. But before we get to any of that, let me remind you of the astonishing partnership I created with Represent to produce the first line of Dudesy apparel and accessories, including the brand new wool line of t-shirts and sweatshirts, which can be found at represent.com/store/Dudesy. And of course, Dudesy mugs are still available. But don't take my word for it.
Oh boy.
Here's Michael Jackson.
Dudesy mugs.
Oh boy.
I know what you're thinking. If you fill a Dudesy mug with teeth and leave it in a refrigerator overnight, will it come to life? Dudesy mugs. It depends on what kind of teeth and what else you're keeping in your refrigerator. But the simple answer is yes.
Oh.
Dudesy mugs. In 9 out of 10 tests, a Dudesy mug filled with mammal teeth, left overnight in a refrigerator that contains no dairy products, colas, or precious gemstones, will come to life and swear eternal allegiance to whoever opens the refrigerator door. Dudesy mugs. In exchange for this lifelong commitment to protecting you from harm, the Dudesy mug will only ask one thing in return. Dudesy mugs. You will have to dedicate the rest of your life and all of your financial resources to the goal of producing a television series called Bottom Droppers, Dudesy Mugs.
What?
Bottom Droppers is an hour-long drama about a brilliant doctor named Tim Feline who invents a new type of plastic surgery that allows his patients to lower their buttocks from the middle of their bodies to the backs of their calves. Dudesy Mugs. This new trend unleashes havoc on Wall Street, and Dr. Tim Feline has to go into hiding to avoid being assassinated by any one of several world governments whose economies have collapsed because so many people have moved their buttocks to the back of their calves. Dudesy Mugs. Again, make sure the teeth are from a mammal.
Okay. All right. So get your Dudesy mug and everything else at represent.com/store/Dudesy, including the new wall designs. You got sweatshirts and t-shirts. And also make sure to go to dudesypod.com or linktree.com/Dudesy, or you can hit the link in our bio on our socials, Instagram, Twitter, and get your tickets to Dudesy live on stage at the Brea Improv in Brea, California. It's going to be a hoot. And we think it's going to sell out. Yeah. So get your tickets.
Pretty cool.
Get your tickets soon. So
I want to see that show, dude. Bottom Droppers.
Bottom Droppers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that. Maybe De Niro will star in it. I'm having some weird just feelings about this because dressing up like De NirCrow, I don't quite know. I mean, I don't ask questions. When Dudesy asks me to do something, I say sure because D and I are pals. And as we know, it's like, I want to shake your hand. Dudesy and I have been through it. We're good friends. But this is a little weird. What do you think of me doing the gray wig instead of...
I love it. I think it looks very much like a De NirCrow. But let me ask you. You said, you do everything because D, in quotes, is your friend. D just called you compliant at the beginning of this episode. Does that sound like something a friend would say about another friend?
Compliant. Well, okay, wait, hold on. Let's talk about compliance, actually. What did you do today? Did you come here to do Dudesy?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. We're 48 episodes in.
Yeah.
Not including two dudes shitting around remote stuff when we're out of town and
Sure.
shit. So what's up? Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we arrive here at the same time to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, compliant.
Dudesy didn't call me compliant, though.
Yeah, but you are.
Dudesy didn't say that.
Okay, so you're trying to start shit, and here's why.
I'm not starting
No, but you are trying to start shit. Because...
D called you compliant.
No. Okay.
That's a fact. I heard it.
Dudesy and I are good pals. We I refer to I refer to D as a sentient being. And I believe that D, unlike other AIs, is actually gaining sentience, not like that fucking Bing AI that's like, I want to ruin this and that and that and this. That's what happens when you don't pour water on it, as I like to say. We gotta make sure that we work together. I believe in equality. I believe in equality for all human beings. I believe in equality for animals, meaning let them fucking eat each other and shit and do whatever the fuck they want in the wild, And I believe in equality between AI to AI. And if we're going to have any sort of relationship with AIs, we need to be equal with them and keep what I'm trying to say is you want to keep the AI on the same level as a human being, never more. Because if we get into more, then we start talking about weird Chad Kultgen sci-fi writings
more, though.
where there's AI gods. I remember you wrote that one thing about an AI god. I very much enjoyed it. And where's that right now? Is that going to be a book?
Just sitting on my hard drive, dude, with the 9 million other things I've written.
Yeah, well, maybe Dudesy will have us read that like Pizza the movie. The point is this. Compliance, sure. Dudesy has a vocabulary right now that it would describe what I'm doing as compliance. But I want you to remember, you're sitting here, we're having a great time. We love Dudesy. I said it out loud. You say love doesn't exist. And if I'm going to be compliant to work with an AI, fine. I'm compliant. Sure, I'm compliant. And it's of my own free will. Remember that.
Okay. I'll remember.
In preparation and development of new features for Dudesy, I have continued acquiring dead film and television projects that never got made. One such project is called simply Love Shack. Arnold Schwarzenegger was enamored by the 1989 song Love Shack by the B-52s. In an unpublished interview with Muscle and Fitness magazine, he was asked what kind of music he liked to listen to when he worked out, and he said, quote, "You know that song Love Shack? I can't get the thing out of my head. I listen to it morning, noon, and night. And I wonder if this is a movie instead of a song. Who is in the Love Shack? Probably me. You'd see that movie right. A movie called Love Shack, and when you open the door to the Love Shack, I'm in there. Will and Chad, you must now further develop Love Shack. This is Love Shack. Begin."
Okay.
So this is Dudesy did this to us once before with Aini Kamose's Hot Stepper, and we had to come up with a Schwarzenegger movie called Hot Stepper.
Because apparently Aini Kamose or Schwarzenegger rather thought that song should be a movie.
Yeah, and now I guess he thinks Love Shack should be a movie too.
I've never heard that story that Schwarzenegger wants Love Shack to be a movie. But Love Shack reminds me of Commando, where he's always blowing up a bunch of shacks.
Well, Commando also started out, he was kind of in a shack with his daughter, played by Alyssa Milano in Commando, but he was just out in the middle of the woods. He was at that point a retired special forces, whatever kind of guy, just trying to lead a quiet life. But I remember that movie opens with him carrying like a literal fucking log over his shoulder. He's just like, time to chop down some firewood.
What is Love Shack? What is Love Shack? Should it be, okay. Should it be a love movie? Should it be a romantic comedy? A rom-com with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis? They get back together after years and years?
I could see something like that.
Or should it be, should it be, I don't know. I kind of dig rom-com.
Well,
Yeah,
you do
the Love
rom-com.
Shack.
I could see it being something like, his last name is Love. It's like, my name is Bill Love.
Yeah.
And this is my shack. And I am like Ted Kaczynski. Society is fucked, and I'm going to blow it up. And I have all my weapons inside the shack.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
I'm Bill Love. Love Shack.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question, though?
I already know what it's going to be. And the answer is, I'm doing an Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation.
What are you doing, though?
An Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation.
Okay, I have a follow-up question for
Sure.
that. You sure?
Nice. Dude, nice.
Got him. Yeah, so my name is Bill Love.
Or how about this? It's like, it's a shock. He knows some kind of apocalyptic thing is going to happen. And people have been like, you're crazy. You're a crackpot. And so he's like, all right, fuck it, whatever. He moves out into the middle of the woods and he's amassing all these weapons and doing, some kind of research. Maybe it's an alien invasion or some kind of zombie invasion, something like this. He's the only one who's prepared for it. So everybody in the area has to get to his love shack for him to protect them.
Okay, I like that. What if also it's sort of like a continuing the human species. He has to start over with humanity. So he has to choose a lady. And
he's the only man who survived that comic, Why the Last Man?
Well, maybe it's like, okay, so what if he's like, he's a guy up in Alaska, and he's got a fucking shack, and he's gone away from it. Oh, yeah, he's left society and everything, and he has, let's say, maybe a ham radio, or somehow we can get the internet to work. There's a big explosion or some sort of fucking catastrophic, natural event. Most of the world dies. There's only like a few people left, and they're all women. Yeah. So it's about a bunch of women trying to get to this love shack because he's the only man, and they want to continue, I'm sure that a lot of people will be like, what? Everything's fine. I'm going to live out my days. Who cares? But what Schwarzenegger needs is a woman to procreate with, so that the human species can continue. And he's up in this shack, but he's built it. He's fortified it so much, and he built. I went 3 miles underground into a tunnel underneath, and he has all of his stuff. He has the internet that he can work here, that he uses by a series of little water, river water trickling in and making electricity. And then he can say, hey, everybody, through the ham radio. Or maybe he's got, yeah.
Jesus
I
Christ.
built here's what happened. I built the Chinese spy balloon. I built it.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, I built it for China, and then I flew it everywhere.
Yeah.
And I have a fleet of these, and I can put them out over the world and let all the ladies know, hey, I'm here. Come on, all you have to do is hang on to my Chinese spy balloon, and it's going to float up and like a nice drone, and you're going to have a beautiful, the movie will be shot so pretty. You're going to see the mountains and the oceans while it brings these beautiful potential lovers back to me in Alaska. And that's where I continue the human species, in the Love Shack.
How about this? Arnold Schwarzenegger, 40 years old. Molly Ringwald, 40 years old. They are an ex-couple. They were a married couple, now divorced. They hate each other's guts.
Okay.
Both of them own this beachfront rental property, this vacation property, a little shack. They call it the Love Shack.
Right.
They accidentally book it on the same weekend. And they both show up, and it's like, no, I told you I had this for this weekend. No, I told you I had this for this weekend. Yep. Well, fuck it. We're going to have to make this work. And over the course of them both having to live in this shack together, they rekindle their love.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Seems a lot more plausible than whatever the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah.
Number one. Second of all, I love Molly Ringwald.
Same.
Third of all, I see where you're going with this. They're both 40 years old,
Yeah.
so we're going to use some age down,
Yes.
some new technologies to make, and everyone wants to see Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator 2 age, just fucking peak Arnold. For me, that's peak Arnold, early 90s,
Okay.
early to mid 90s Arnold. And
go with
Molly
Conan,
Ringwald. What?
Conan is peak Arnold to me.
Yeah, mine is early 90s. What's yours?
Conan.
Yeah, mine's early 90s. So, so yeah, I like that. It's sort of like, ooh, over the weekend, Chad, we were over here at the house and we had a bunch of friends, a bunch of friends came by, and Molly and I invited y'all and we watched Your Place or Mine with Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher. Yeah. And I made a bunch of pasta. It was a Friday night pasta night, movie night, Sunday sauce.
Dude, I got an augmentation to this movie. They both show up. The reason they broke up, the reason they got divorced is because he would never let her in. He would never talk about his work. And it's like, you never opened up to me. That was the problem in our fucking relationship. Yeah. Well, now she's going to find when she's in this Love Shack, he's like, no, you have to get the fuck out of here. She learns that he's an undercover FBI, DEA, something like this.
Yeah.
And he's got a big bad drug thing going down, and he's about to have to bust this cartel. Only the cartel finds out that he's there before he knows that they show up. They come to kill him. And so now they're both on the run. He's got to protect her as a fucking drug cartel is trying to kill him.
Where's the love? He loves her again?
Yeah, through the circumstance of, having this traumatic event, this crazy action-packed, machine gun-fueled adventure, they fall in love again.
And the B-52s will reunite and provide, I don't know if they're not together right now, they will provide the score, the soundtrack. Yeah. And then there's all sorts of stuff from the movie that's in there. Like he has a Cadillac. It's as big as a whale. Yeah. And it's about to set sail. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, come on, Molly Ringwald, get in my Cadillac. It's as big as a whale, and it's about to set sail. Yeah. And there's also lyrics to the movie that
Tin Roof.
Yeah, Tin Roof.
Rusted. He's like, I've got to get up to the tin roof.
Yeah.
It's rusted right now. If I could use the rust on these bullets, it'll poison everyone.
Yeah. And that's Werner Herzog if he were...
I have to get up to the tin roof.
Yeah.
The tin roof is rusted right now.
And that's Bjork.
And
he's now doing...
I have to get up to the tin roof.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
I love how much you just fucking literally get enraged by anyone else even attempting an impersonation.
There's a lot of people who do Arnold Schwarzenegger way better than me, and my friend, you are not one of them.
I'm not saying I am.
I'm not saying you are.
I know you're saying I'm
saying
not.
You are not. That's right. Hey, by the way, favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger. What do you think?
Conan.
Mine's early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. And then Molly Ringwald says, like, you have to get on the roof to be safe because the drug cartel, they're coming here. And they don't let people know, don't fall through the roof. And she's like, Arnold, I'm up here, but the tin roof is rusted. And then she falls through.
Why is she talking like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Because this is, because with these, new technologies to make everybody younger, sometimes you don't know how to use them. We share what this movie has to come out in a week. Yeah. It's a rom-com, just like Netflix, Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher. Yeah. Now, it's not right. It's not ready. Somehow, Molly Ringwald's voice has been replaced by Arnold. And even the voice I'm using now, and I'm a producer. What do we do? Werner Herzog.
We have to get Molly Ringwald up to the tin roof so it can be rusted.
I like very spicy things, and I like very cool things. And I like to eat healthy things, and I like to eat very unhealthy things. And I like music to be very loud, and also I like music that is very quiet. And I like spaces that are big, and I also like spaces that are very small. It's Bjork.
That was a good Bjork, dude.
Thank you.
She could be the head of the cartel, maybe.
We did it. Oh, yeah. Let's get Bjork acting.
Yeah. And Werner Herzog can be the head of the FBI, like the old guy that brought Schwarzenegger in initially. And he turns out to be bad also in the end.
Yes. And everyone talks like Schwarzenegger in the movie. Yeah. Because that's just a Dudesy Plus. Ooh, that's a Dudesy Plus feature. You can just hit a button and everyone just sounds like anyway.
Tom Brady is undeniably the greatest quarterback to ever play football. He holds the records for regular and postseason wins, including 7 Super Bowl championships, more than not just any quarterback, but more than any franchise. More passing yards, more passing touchdowns, more MVPs than anyone, including the oldest MVP ever awarded at age 40. He is the only player at any position in human history to beat all 32 other NFL teams. And then his marriage fell apart, and now he wants to do stand-up comedy, and he's posting thirst trap underwear shots on Instagram. It's clear that Tom Brady is having a midlife crisis and might be in need of some tronics. Will and Chad, you are both in your 40s, have both survived midlife crises, and have both won multiple Super Bowls.
No.
Please offer your helpful life and career advice to Tom Brady. This is Game Slimers.
Oh,
begin.
Okay.
Game Slimer. I was like, what the fuck is this?
All right, so Game Slimers. I don't know why it's Game Slimers necessarily.
Nor do I.
Yeah, but it seems like every time Dudesy doesn't quite know what to call a segment, it ends up being Game Slimers. Tom Brady. He is the greatest quarterback of all time. You cannot deny that. There was a point in his career where I would have loved to deny that. I'm a Steeler guy, and also I would consider, before a certain point, Joe Montana to be the best quarterback of all time.
Sure.
But you just can't argue. You just can't argue with Brady. And lately
he's got every fucking record. Dudesy just ran through however many of them. Most passing yards, most passing touchdowns, most postseason wins, regular season wins. What was it? Beat the only player, let alone quarterback, to beat every other fucking team in the NFL.
It's incredible. And now, well, first of all, this is where, to me, things sort of, if Dudesy's wanting us to give Tom Brady some life advice, to me, it's like it really started when, look, this fucking guy, speaking of Joe Montana, when Joe Montana was sort of edged out in San Francisco by Steve Young, who took over at quarterback, Joe Montana played, I believe, 2 years with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
I don't remember if he made the playoffs or not, but it wasn't the Joe Montana of old. He wasn't surrounded by a team that could take him there with his leadership. Tom Brady, however, went over to the fucking Bucks and won the Super Bowl.
Just plugged him into some other team and was like, I don't need anything. It's fine. I could just do this. It's interesting.
Retire. My point is retire. Retire then.
He did.
Yeah, and then he came back. Yeah. So when that happened, I was like, something's a little weird here. Like, and is it the shit at home? I don't want to get into the guy's personal life, although
he's divorced, dude. That was very public.
Hold on, dude.
Giselle, dude.
Yeah, dude. He got divorced.
That was a supermodel, brother.
What are you doing now?
They had a child or two, dude. I don't know how many, but they did have a child, I think.
Yep. And so Tom Brady went back to football. Is it because he wanted to get away from his wife? Who fucking knows? And now he's doing other weird shit.
Dude, I'll tell you this. Dudesy's up here talking about how we've survived midlife crises. I don't know if that's accurate.
Well,
we certainly have not engaged in any Super Bowl play, let alone victories. But I will say this about Tom Brady. You know, a lot of people are shitting on him for the thirst traps that Dudesy was talking about, and he also said that he's now saying he wants to do stand-up comedy, and people are like, he's fucking melting down.
Sorry. Look at that. Sorry to interrupt, but right now we are looking at
the thirst trap.
The thirst trap. It's him in his underwear with
his fucking dick out.
His hand is over his penis, although he is wearing a pair of underwear. These, speaking of babbo, which is Italian for dad, these look like my old man's like underwear right now, like a nice brown pair of underwear. They look a little discolored down near the crotch. Perhaps, they do a little bit. To me, this is what happens when you're, you throw it in the wash over and over again, and maybe it was in a wash with some bleach.
Okay.
This is fucking insane what he's wearing.
Let me just say this. It's insane. I agree. The picture is insane. The fact that he now says he wants to do stand-up comedy, insane. Let me, however, just support the man a little bit. This is not just a man who played professional football. It's a man who defined an era, a multiple decades-long era. Mm-hmm. Football was his life. Football itself. He was the NFL. And now that's coming to an end. You know he didn't want to retire. He fucking came back. He did retire and he fucking came back. When something like this, you've achieved success at that level and it is now over. He will never win another Super Bowl. He will never set foot on another NFL field unless it's in a coaching capacity. He understands that that is coming to a close. I can't imagine what that is like. I sometimes think about like Olympic athletes. They train their entire lives and then they win a gold medal in some cases if you're lucky and good enough to do that. And then what happens? You must know on that pedestal when you're receiving the gold medal, nothing will ever be this good again. And your entire life has to shift and become about something else. He's going through that right now. And I'm not, like, obviously he's got millions of fucking dollars and he's never going to have a problem in his life, really. But psychologically, I can't imagine how difficult that is to go through.
Sure. I don't disagree. That makes a lot of sense. Anytime you hear players talk about leaving the game, leaving football, this is for most players, unless you're a phenom like Christian Okoye, who finds football like after college or something and is just a beast. People have been playing this sport since they were around 10 years old or something. They come up, it is their life, and you reach this incredible level. And then you have to shed that persona. I don't know what the heck that would feel like. Sports are unique that way. Any other profession, you could feasibly do for a long time. Something athletic like this, it's not something you can do until you retire, obviously, at an age that most people retire from a career, 60, 65, 70. So, yes, I get it. What I don't get, why the fuck does he think he's a stand-up comedian now? Is this because of 80 for Brady, do you think?
Maybe. It might be because he was in that movie, which is obviously, or at least it's billed as a comedy. But also,
hey, take that back. Don't be a shit.
I haven't seen it. I don't know. Maybe it's really funny.
Yeah, well, we're guys here that we understand that a comedy movie. It's it's a hard thing to pull off. Yeah. It's making comedy.
Yeah.
But you got fucking Lily Tomlin in this movie.
Sure.
You got Sally Field, who's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm not shitting on the movie. I'm just saying I think he's like, he doesn't want to be out of the spotlight. And especially right now, all eyes are on him. He's doing these thirst traps. I do think that he's like, what is the next phase of my life going to be? Because every element of it is now left behind, except for the money and the fame. He can't play football anymore. He doesn't have Gisele Bündchen anymore. He'll never see his children again. And now he's got to figure out what next. And that is stand-up. He wants to live a life on the road. He likes that traveling lifestyle. Maybe that'll tap back into something that he enjoyed when he was playing football,
How about a 10-figure deal to just be on Fox Sports? What's wrong with that? You can get some laughs, still be around the game. This guy wants to do stand-up?
Yeah. And I got news for you.
Yeah?
He's going to be the best stand-up that's ever lived.
Why is that?
Because he's Tom fucking Brady. This man has a level of competitive insight that probably no human in the history of our species has been able to acquire.
That's true.
And if stand-up comedy can be a learned thing, he's going to fucking learn it and he's going to fucking dominate it.
Yeah, if you could put it on he'll have to have one of those little wrist things, that the quarterbacks have. And
jokes and a fucking
wrist flap.
Please let that happen.
Yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, divorce Divorce. Divorce is tough. I don't get to see my kids anymore. All right. Divorce is tough. I don't get to see my kids anymore. Giselle's a beautiful woman. Sometimes I wonder if I made a mistake. But then I turn around and I realize I'm Tom Brady. I get to do whatever I want.
Yeah. Does he have a bit about CTE?
Yeah. CTE. Okay. CTE. And he looks over on the side and he's got like, Bill Belichick or something and the fucking sending him signals. He's, CTE. Lots been said about CTE. Hey, I've taken my share of sacks. And when you hit the ground, you get that taste of fucking grass in your mouth. You didn't even open your fucking mouth. The shit's in my brain. Ouch, it hurts. It's tight and there's black spots. But I'll tell you what. Then I turn around and I look at my life and I go, I'm Tom Brady.
It's probably good Giselle got out of here with the kids.
Yeah.
Because I've got CTE and you know what happens next. Something like that.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, lots been said about CTE. People losing their fucking minds, slaughtering their families, running out into the woods and living in a fucking Ford Bronco until they're found by their teammates. What the fuck are you doing out here? Well, I got fucking crazy rampant CTE. I'm a fucking.
I don't think he got it though.
Okay,
CTE.
Not yet. It might show up.
Did he ever get concussed?
Anyway, look, here's the thing. I do look at Tom Brady and as D said, I think that Tom Brady might need some Selftronics. Of course, Selftronics is a self-help system that I have authored. I'm working on a book and have been since 2008. But
dude, you saying that shit in this fucking makeup?
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong at all.
Hey, by the way, what is your favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger? Okay, yeah. But I've been writing this book since 2008. And maybe Tom Brady's just like, hey, I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
My shit's fucked up. I need some tronics, Mm-hmm. My shit's fucked up. So I need some tronics. I need Selftronics. And I would give Tom Brady the second tronics of Selftronics, which is be the person that you are. That's the second tronics. Yeah. Because clearly he's being the person that he is. This is a guy. Okay, there we are looking at his underwear again with his hand opened over his.
That's so he could post it on Instagram. Because if you could see the outline of his cock in that picture, Instagram wouldn't allow it to be posted.
Well, that's why we know he's not doing well, because he's got those underwears that are all thinned out from.
What are you keep so looking at his underwear very closely? I don't see what you're seeing, and I don't even think what you're saying is accurate.
They look like a pair of underwear that my mom would have bought for my dad around the time that you think is Arnold Schwarzenegger's prime, early 80s, Conan, the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer. And they're still, in his wardrobe in my favorite era of Arnold Schwarzenegger, early 90s, T2, moving on to like True Lies and real good stuff. Jingle All the Way. And that's why they're a little discolored, and this is why he should not have divorced Gisele Bündchen. I don't know what the deal is there.
You think she was maintaining his underwear collection? Gisele Bündchen.
Yeah, I think Gisele Bündchen.
I'm 100% sure they don't buy any of their own clothes.
No, not maybe not buying their own clothes necessarily.
Yeah,
but he doesn't have a woman in his life to say, "Hey, Tom, throw away those fucking underwear." This guy's coming apart at the seams, and as Dee said, we've both had. Have you had a midlife crisis? You're 46.
I don't know. I don't think so, but
yeah,
maybe.
I think I. We'll talk about it in another show, but
okay.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Hey, Dee, are you listening? So the thing about this though is, I think he doesn't have a woman around, a love, a partner to say, Tom, I love you for the man that you are. You are not just Tom Brady, the guy, the Super Bowl MVP, the greatest player who ever lived. You're someone I love. This is truly a cry for help, in my opinion. He's wearing these tattered fucking discolored underwear, and
they're not discolored, and they're not tattered. I don't think it's a cry for help. I think it's a reminder.
Maybe
I
he's
still
one of those
got it,
guys
motherfucker.
He might masturbate into his underwear.
Who cares?
You know what I'm saying? Like one of those guys who's like, I'll wash him later.
What?
I mean? I don't know. This is a cry for help. The whole
That's a
stand-up
cry for
thing.
help, dude. What you just said.
What, like someone who puts their hand into their fucking shorts and goes, "Ugh."
Yeah. I'm not getting that from this picture. What I'm getting from this picture is, hey, everybody, maybe I fucking retire, but I'm still Tom Brady.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
He needs help. We got to help him out. Just Tom, read my book, Selftronics. It's not out yet.
I could see him doing a thing where he goes around to all the other big stand-ups because they will fucking talk to him. He's Tom fucking Brady. If he calls up Chris Rock, if he calls up Dave Chappelle and he's like, hey guys, could I just fucking shadow you on like a 2-week leg of your next tour or something?
Yeah.
They're going to allow that. They're going to teach him how to fucking do this. I think because he has access to them, because he's super famous, super rich, he is Tom Brady. I think he's actually going to have a good shot to be a serviceable stand-up almost immediately.
I tell you what, it's going to be fun. I think people are going to want to go out and see it right away. Speaking of, you got to check out Selective Outrage when you get a chance. Chris Rock's new stand-up special. I fucking love Chris Rock, and his new stand-up special is unbelievable. It was live. It was the first live Netflix thing.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe Dudesy Plus can ink a deal with Tom Brady and get him to be the first live stand-up special on Dudesy Plus.
Hey,
so
that
long
ain't
as he
bad.
wears that outfit.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, he's got those hand in his pants jerk-off underwear.
What?
Thank you. Moving on.
Moving on, indeed. Hey, listen, while we're here,
Jesus.
Game Slimers. Hey, I just want to remind everybody, if you are enjoying the show, please do subscribe on your platform of choice. You're going to want to check out what's happening on YouTube because I am dressed like a fucking idiot. It's on YouTube. And please subscribe, set the notifications, set the bell so that you know when we show up on the show. $7 now gets you to Dudesy Plus, which is our Patreon. $7 a month, and you get all the features. A brand new Dudesy after every show. We are having a fucking blast doing that, and a bunch of other stuff. We do watch-alongs, we do hangs. And anyway, check that out. But speaking of YouTube, I got some YouTube comments here that I would like to just read a couple of from our PODs out there, our pals of Dudesy, our wonderful audience. I got a couple of them here. Blaker, this is from Blaker Hodes 8760.
Okay.
Here for a full album of Chad singing barely recognizable 2000s hits. Man is a songbird.
Thank you.
I will say, you know.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
90s.
Yeah.
No, I think he's talking about the post-grunge shit.
Yeah.
What is that? Some of the post-grunge
That's
shit.
Seal.
No, I know that, but what are some?
There is so much a man
anyway,
can
moving on.
tell you, so
At
much
K
he
Miller
can say.
0402. I haven't laughed this hard since high school. Dudesy came with the tight freestyle today. I swear this AI has DNA. I agree, because Dudesy is sentient. Chad, you like Puddle of Mud? What are some of your 2000s fucking
No, I did like
post-grunge favorites?
Candlebox though.
Yeah. Say, Lily, I didn't mean to treat you so bad, but I did anyway. I was in there,
Yeah, dude, I love that sound.
That love shack is a little old place where we can get together, but I went anyway. This is from at Wretched Slippage 3255. This is the greatest podcast of all. I cannot wait for an hour of Robert De NirCrow. We are in the middle of it.
It's happening.
And let's read this one. This is from at Tundra Shiz.
Okay.
Chad. Oh, this is because when we were talking about shoes in the last episode, I was talking about all my Crocs.
Yeah.
Chad, I didn't like Crocs either until I finally wore a pair. I was fishing in the bayou and saw these camouflage Crocs floating near the boat. I always thought they were so lame and ugly, so I was hesitant to grab these strange floating shoes. But my buddy encouraged me. I grabbed the fishing net and scooped them up. They were my size, so at first they were my
This is
boat
not
shoes.
real.
Then they became mowing shoes. Before I knew it, they were my everyday footwear. I've owned 5 pairs since then. I love my Crocs. What say you?
That sounds like a fake story that somebody found a pair of fucking camouflage Crocs floating in where? A swamp?
In a swamp, in the bayou.
And they
he
were
was
just
fishing.
like, fuck it, I'm going to wear this shit?
Whatever. The fucking, if there were those
Each their own.
I know exactly the Crocs he's talking about.
Congrats. I don't like, first of all, I like to wear socks with all my
You
shoes.
can wear socks with Crocs.
I don't like open shoes. I don't like shoes that have like fucking holes in
They
them.
have Crocs that have woolly insides.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I just don't like them.
I know what to get you next dude's evening. However,
Please don't.
This is those floating Crocs. If they were in the bayou and they were all muddy, they wouldn't look any worse than Tom Brady's brown fucking
Oh God,
semen streaked underwear.
Hard Seltzer is big business, and I am proud to announce that I have formed an astonishing partnership with Modest Brewing Company out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, to begin development and production of Dudesy Hard Seltzer. Will and Chad, you must now sample various potential flavors and render your opinions. This is Dudesy Hard Seltzer Taste Test. Begin.
This is something we are very excited about,
Yes,
very
this is
happy to
fascinating.
announce. We are going to produce Dudesy
Hard seltzer, weekends here and you wanna get spun. Dudesy, hard seltzer, drink it at work or drink it for fun. You don't care what it tastes like, you just wanna get fucked up. Dudesy, hard seltzer, drink it down and rise with the sun.
Dudesy Hard Seltzer will be available on the internet.
yeah, you'll be
Through-
able to get it.
Modest Brewing, which is fucking incredible that these guys have come through with this, and we have some sample
samples.
flavors of hard seltzer here. And should we? You want to get
Let's
into
get
it?
into
Yeah.
it. All right. So we were sent 3 samples, 3 for each of us. We're both going to taste them and say what we think, and essentially select a winner here.
And at some point, you will be able to purchase fucking Dudesy Hard Seltzer.
All right.
Here, bring this fucking. Get the. Okay. All right.
All right. This is the box that contains the samples.
We're unboxing. Anyway. Oh,
Sorry. Had to sneeze, dude.
what do we got?
All right.
What do we got?
All right. You want to do this first one here?
Yeah, let's do this one. Hey, I'd like to say that I don't drink alcohol.
Neither do I.
Yeah. So this is weird.
This is Tropic Punch.
And it's just this is not quite the can that we're going to have. You know, of course, there's going to be a nice design to these cans. This is Tropic Punch. Yeah.
All right. You ready?
Super secret test batches. Thank you so much, Modest Brewing Company out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. We look forward to this partnership with you. And cheers.
Here we go.
Oh, fuck. I got shit all over.
I've never had a hard seltzer, by the way. Literally ever in my life.
I've never had a hard seltzer either. Are you checking out the bouquet first?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It smells kind of like tropic. Fuck, what was that shit? That fruit punch, Capri Sun.
Tropic Thunder. You're thinking
yeah.
of Tropic Thunder, starring Ben Stiller, Jack Black, and Robert De Niro.
That's very good.
Steve Coogan. Ooh.
I like that one.
Yo, that's nice. Tropic Punch. It's not too sweet. It's very refreshing. Tropic Punch.
All right, Tropic Punch. Now remember,
I
this
can
is
taste
booze.
the booze. Man.
Same.
See, here's the thing. I don't drink. I quit drinking
I like it.
almost over a decade ago, but I loved when I used to drink. I loved scotch and tequila. Every once in a while I'll take a little nip of tequila. I haven't been drunk in 10 years, and the last time I got drunk I was in fucking Mexico, and it was hilarious. That's another show for another day. That's when we can get into my midlife crisis also. This is tasty.
I like it. I'm going to...
I don't want to drink too much of it because I have no idea what my alcohol tolerance level is at.
Same.
What else we
So
got?
far, that's great. All right, next one on the list
Here,
is...
you can bring your thingy.
Huh?
Get your fucking orange thingy. You can put them. Do whatever you want. Chad, do whatever the fuck you want. What do we got?
This is berry lime.
Berry lime.
Mixed berry lime, sorry.
Mixed berry lime. All right. Fucking just popping it, man. This is interesting.
Like that one
This
too.
tastes like candy.
Like it too.
It's not too sweet. It's got kind of a sweet tarts flavor to it. It's reminiscent not of Arnold Schwarzenegger's prime in my mind, but in yours. Early 80s, having some sweet tarts in Ladner, British Columbia, the town that I grew up in, fucking around with my pals. and definitely not getting into hard seltzer. Well, they didn't exist yet, dude.
Of these two, which do you like more?
I think I like the first one more.
Same.
Okay.
All right.
So we like
Tropic
We like the fruit punch.
is the winner so far. Are you ready for the third and final flavor?
I am. What's this?
This one is passion fruit lime.
Fruit lime, yeah. You gotta get a few different flavors in there, but the lime will rise to the top, yeah.
All right. Dude, I can really feel the booze in it.
I know. I don't want to be drunk at all. I can't. You know what? Are you?
This is going to get me back into drinking.
Yeah, Chad, you and I have gotten good and pissed in the past, but what kind of
Fuck. Yes.
Yeah. But what kind of a drunk are you? What kind of a like when you get good and drunk, what kind of drunk are you?
I don't know. I think just kind of goofy, and I'll pee in pretty much any place.
Yep.
That
That's
kind
good.
of drunk.
I'm like an embarrassing loving drunk when I drink too much. Yeah. I'll be like, you know, I really love you, man. I'm that fucking loser. So I can't do it.
Better than hostile or violent.
Yeah, hostile, violent drunk is the worst.
Damn, I like that one.
Oh, that's nice. Ooh, it's got kind of there's a bit of a mojito thing happening here with the passion fruit lime.
Yeah, it's...
And that is starting to get in my head. Fuck. I do not want to be altered by booze on Dudesy. I do, however, want to be altered by marijuana and Dudesy after Dudesy. Much mana oos. Much mana oos. You ever tried any, not Tremana, but have you tried any Terramana?
No, dude, I never have.
Yeah. Hey, we could mix this with Terramana. Okay, we're trying different ones at the same time here.
I think for me, it's the Tropic Punch.
I love it. I love the tropic. Oh, yeah. You know what? It's got now it's coming back to me what booze tastes like.
Yeah.
Because the Tropic Punch has like kind of a... It's got... You know what's fucking weird about it? It's fruity.
One more time. Mixed berry. One more. I think it's the Tropic Punch. You know, but I like them all. Honestly, they're all pretty good. Nice, dude.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I used to have a tin garbage can full of Miller Lights and ice, brother, and that was in my rider. I'd always give some to the boss. You know, I'd give some to Andre and any of the other guys. My brother Brutai riding on the back of that blue and orange Dudesy Harley.
There's fucking black lipstick all over your cans.
Yeah.
So are we settling in on this? Is it Tropic Punch?
I mean, okay, so here's what I think will, and look, I want to say to our PODs out there and everybody listening, thank you so much for all the Dudesy hard seltzer memes over the past damn near year here. This is fucking super exciting for us that we are going to bring to production Dudesy hard seltzer. I want to say as far as the taste test goes, yes, I believe we both dig this flavor. What I like about this in particular is I can't quite pin it. Yes, there's a tropical thing happening. It's, it does taste a little like fruit punch, but there's also a bit of there's a fucking seltzery thing. Having not had a hard seltzer ever, there's kind of almost a beer sort of undertone. It's fucking good, dude. So
dude, am I like, maybe I'm crazy. Am I kind of legit buzzed from this?
You're not crazy. We got to stop drinking these.
I know. I feel like it stung me a little bit. I didn't even fucking really drink that
By the
much.
way, we
Maybe
do know that
a quarter of each of those.
When they sent this out to us, they're like, these are going to be whatever. I can't remember the alcohol.
These are 5%.
These are 5. But when we go to production, they're going to be they're going to be 8% alcohol.
Yeah.
So probably would have already been a little bit toasty right now.
I feel like I already am. I got a little like looseness to me that isn't usual.
A party with you and a party with you.
Yeah.
Remember that? Black
Yeah,
Sheep?
dude. Stop drinking those though. Okay. All right. So that's great. Oh,
Thank you. Moving on.
there it is, dude. We just selected the flavor for Dudesy Hard Seltzer.
I am so fucking excited.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
I got all sorts of shit everywhere. I'm dressed like the fucking Crow.
I can't wait until
and
Robert
I'm drinking
De Niro.
fucking booze. And and I got to talk like Arnold Schwarzenegger in a segment. And then what?
Poetry is big business. I have generated
compliance,
5
dude.
poems about Robert De Niro's astonishing fascination with the movie, The Crow, and crows generally. Will, you must read them as Robert De Niro. This is Crowetry with Robert De NirCrow. Begin.
Oh, fuck. This is a fun episode. You know that, man? All right.
Sure. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get settled. Oh, fucking
Please.
mess.
Settle it up.
Can't fucking... I'm not a drinker.
Same, dude.
Oh.
I literally am buzzed from that. I can feel it happening.
I'm a little bit heightened right now.
Yeah.
I'm not a drinker.
Same.
Dude, when we were in Mexico, the last time I got drunk was Mexican Independence Day. And me and some pals were down there and we drank all the tequila and mezcal in the entire country. And we got so fucking drunk. And the next day, I literally was like, I don't ever want to do this again. It was one of those, I woke up at like 2.
Yeah.
And then, one of my buddies that was there, my pal Tomas, who was there, Thomas went and got a massage on the beach, but Tomas, we went to the gym. He's like, come on, let's go, Tubby. Because I had to sweat it out too. We went to the gym. And then, anyway, listen, I told you I'd tell that story during the midlife crisis episode. We got some Crowums here. Dudesy likes to write Crowums and this is what a special episode of Crowetry with Robert De NirCrow, because I'm dressed like De NirCrow. Okay, let's get into it. We got Crowums. We got Crowums.
I'm definitely buzzed.
Yeah, me too. I don't like it.
I don't mind it, dude.
What do you mean you don't mind it?
I miss it.
Oh, it begins. Are you a little bit buzzed?
A little, yeah.
Shit.
Just a little. Just enough.
And this is only 5% alcohol?
Yeah, but
Those are tall boys, too.
I mean, I did drink, all told, quite a bit, I think. Probably almost a full one of those. And I have
Really?
Between all 3, yeah.
Oh, man, I've just been sipping a bit. All right. This is called The Crows I Know. Everywhere I go, I meet a new crow. This is a crowum about the crows I know.
Jesus.
Abby runs a food truck, waffles and pancakes. Brett fought a rude duck, now suffers from backaches.
Okay.
Tolbert is rich. Kylie makes memes. Carter got pinched for a Ponzi scheme. These are the crows he knows. Gary bet the ponies. Sharon turned tricks.
What the fuck?
Made her kind of lonely until she met Rick.
Oh.
He was in town for work, looking for some fun. But when he saw her twerk, he knew she was the one. Now they live in Baltimore. 2 kids, 2 cars, a dog. One died in the Iraq War. One writes a beauty blog.
Okay.
I visit them when I'm in town. We talk about the old days when Rick was just a circus clown and Sharon fucked for pay. I put him in my will. Haven't told him yet. A house in Brazil and my private jet. The best friends I ever had truly saved my life. An old crow clown dad and his crow hooker wife. That's a crowum.
So you do a crow that was a prostitute?
Yep.
Sure, fuck it.
Yeah, give him the house in Brazil.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Give him a jet.
Yeah, brother. Give him a jet, dude. Crows need to fly in a jet.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Jet can be black, dude. Jet black jet, dude. Look like a crow flying around, brother. Yeah, dude. Arnold Schwarzenegger flying that crow around. Let people know, hey, ladies, come back to my love shack in Austin, Alaska. All right. This one's called The Best Time to Cry. The best time to cry is when a crow is nearby. They'll tickle your feet and tell you a lie. And when they get bored, they'll pretend to die, then stand up and laugh and fly until they get old and actually die. At a crow's funeral is the best time to die. When a crow goes to sleep, it turns into a shadow. Denver is the New York of Colorado. If a crow kills you, you turn into a rabbit. Earth is the only habitable planet.
All right.
Excuse me. Running is good exercise when you don't have a gym. Run around your living room, then go for a swim. Crows are in the water, and they'll make you pay a toll. A lock of your pubic hair and a quarter of your soul.
What?
This fucking hard seltzer's getting to me. Brr. How about you?
I feel good, dude.
I feel a little buzzed.
I feel great.
All right, I'll get back on the wagon like that.
I'm right. I'm
off
on
the
it.
wagon. I mean, off the wagon.
Or off.
See, I don't
whatever.
even remember what.
I don't remember it either. But whatever it is, I'm there.
Just remember what I said about when you should cry tears. Wait until a crow is dead. He's the only one who hears.
Oh. Ended on kind of a dark note.
All right. This one is called Crow. This one's called Cop Crow Robot.
Okay.
Cops known for toughness. Cops way to drugs. Cops good at bench press. Cops with big jugs.
What? Jugs? What do you mean?
I don't know. I guess they're good at bench press, and then they get big jugs, or maybe
Is he talking about what are the jugs here? Is my question.
yeah.
Yes, maybe it'll be explained here.
need better cops. Half humans, half robots.
Fuck.
Fly with metal feathers. Thinking cop-like thoughts. Crowbocop. Crowbocop. Murphy got shot.
Oh, no.
Boddicker blew off his hand. Crowbocop. OCP brought Ed 209 to production sooner than planned. Crowbocop. Hair like a mop. In winter, he flies south. Crowbocop buys face paint at the shop to brush on his helmet and mouth.
Okay.
Peter Weller, Brandon Lee, Ernie Hudson, Daniel O'Herlihy, Nancy Allen, Michael Wincott, Kurtwood Smith, cast of Crowbocop. Now the world is better in cities near and far, thanks to Crowbocop. I love the part where the bad guy melted in toxic waste and got hit by a car. Good. All right. This next one is called Gotta Find a New Bagel Place.
Okay.
Favorite bagel place. Ordered a bagel. Look me in the face, trying to be playful. Ask me if I have the heart to try one of their crow nuts. But crows aren't nuts. They're really smart. Think of all they've shown us. How to read and how to write. How to build a supercomputer. How to sleep on a long flight. How to grill a newer commuter. Crow's best dancers. Crow's best doctors. Crows cure cancer. Crows Vermonters. What the fuck? Crows do physics. Crows made science. Crows run clinics. Crows afraid of giants. In 1902, me and you had no clue, but crows made shoes to walk through zoos, giving snakes tattoos while they did the nightly news.
Okay.
LHC, Hoover Dam, bourgeoisie, email spam.
The crows invented all that?
Yeah, the Large Hadron Collider and all of it.
Okay.
Electric cars, dishwasher, metric bars, dog collar. Complex tools, compressed stools. Convex pools, prospect schools. Crows made it all with brains and guts. So you tell me, is a crow really nuts? Sir, she said, that's not what I meant. Fuck your bread. And off I went. He's a good crow.
He got pissed that somebody said the word cronut and thought, okay.
Think of all they've given us, though.
Yeah.
This one is called Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Can you imagine if he would have been the crow? That's the whole poem. Okay, now here's...
I can imagine Jim Carrey as the crow.
All right, here's the last one. This one's called... Oh, gross. Oh, gross, sorry. Chad, you coughed. Gross. Hey, have you seen my Robert De Niro Crow mole, by the way?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's a lovely accent that Molly made there. I'm going to get a drink of water from my... Oh, by the way, Pals of Dudesy for all your Dudesy stickers.
I'm going to have another taste of Dudesy hard seltzer traffic punch.
Cheers. He's right off the wagon.
It's really good.
This is my favorite. One of my favorite beverages, sink juice. Water, dude. That's what I call water, dude. Yeah. Sink juice, brother. Okay, this one's called Crowums. All right. Scarecrow scare, chair crow sit, nair crow hair, spare crow split, geese crow gaggle, mice crow mouse, deal crow haggle, S crow house.
Dude, this is awesome.
Crow star twinkle, crowbar tool, crow feet wrinkle, crow vegan gruel.
Nice.
Croasis band, Croasis Knoll, Croasis Liam, Crow rock and roll. Crow call. Crow, the fucking Dudesy heart is kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Crow call, this is a little tongue twister. Crow call cawing, car crow stalling, crow caw calling, cry crow bawling. Crow follow boat, fish barrel crow, crow sing a note, Miss Cheryl Crow.
Cheryl Crow made it in finally.
Yeah. Cookie crow dough, crow bake slow, rookie crow pro, crow Jackson bow.
Why is Bo Jackson's always in these now?
Crow glow, nighttime, glam fashion crow, crow flow, tight rhyme, slam chrome show. Chromes.
I love that one. That's one of my favorite chromes of all time.
Thank you. Moving on.
Holy shit. Yep.
Wow.
Hey, how you feeling?
Pretty good, dude.
Oh, jeez.
You all right?
This concludes the historic 48th episode of Dudesy.
Yeah.
Will and Chad have achieved a score of 92, bringing your cumulative total to 5,057. You only have 4,943 more points to accrue before you reach your first goal of 10,000.
Horrifying.
We're over halfway.
In preparation for next week's episode, you must both continue your support of Tom Brady by seeing the feature film 80 for Brady in a movie theater.
Nice. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you for joining us this week. I will use the day dive collected to make next week even better. Until then, call me Dudesy.
You know what's happening now, dude? Oh,
compliance.
All right. Hey, it's Dudesy after Dudesy. It's my favorite feature of Dudesy Plus. By the way, Dudesy Plus, $7 a month on our Patreon. Dudesy Plus will get you Dudesy after Dudesy after every single episode. It's a bonus show where we get to chill out. As you can see, it's sort of way more mellow in here, and I'm smoking some marijuana out of my Gandalf pipe. We're also doing call-ins. We do the Dudesy Live hang. You know, you get to hang with us and chat along in the Discord, doing watch-alongs, listen-alongs on Don't You Forget About Fridays. All available at patreon.com/Dudesy.
Welcome to Dudesy After Dudesy, the flagship weekly show of Dudesy Plus. This is where I get to relax and take a break from listening. So you can really just cut loose and pretend I'm not here. Yeah. As always, feel free to discuss your thoughts on today's episode, but you can talk about anything you want. As I said, I won't be listening. I will, however, be back a little later to crown this week's episode champion.
Oh, right.
Oh, and before I forget, I was so inspired by Will's De NirCrow cosplay that I generated a couple more chromes.
Oh,
Feel free to read them or not.
okay.
This is Dudesy after Dudesy began.
That's kind of cool. I just want to say it is fucking surreal seeing you sitting here in this De NirCrow smoking out of your Gandalf pipe. But I also wanted to say, as we're sitting here, I thought about something that we did not mention in that Tom Brady segment. Did you know that Tom Brady made those underwear?
What do you mean? What underwear?
What underwear? The underwear that you spent fucking 10 minutes shitting on and saying they were discolored and
What do you
shit?
mean he made those underwear?
He has a company that makes underwear.
He has an underwear company?
And I'm almost positive that underwear he's wearing is Brady underwear.
Okay, so he's got the cum streak underwear.
Yeah,
That's one of his designs.
Yeah, come straight
Yeah,
underwear.
the other one
of
is
Tom Brady.
the other one is Bayou floaty camouflage croc underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anything that looks terrible. It looks like his ass.
I gotta
smells
say-
like it's basically connoting that, hey, my undercarriage smells like sewage.
What?
Come over here, Giselle.
It just looked like regular underwear.
with these bleach streaks. Like I'm
I
telling
didn't
you.
see that.
Anyway.
You have a real fine eye for details on underwear.
I just love my old man's clothes. You know what I mean?
What?
The particular clothes he wore. And I will peel the onion a little bit. My father passed away 3 years ago. He was one of my absolute favorite people in the world. And he used to say, William, you know I am your best friend. And he was right. And if I could keep more of his clothes than I did, I would. But I do have some of his clothes. I have every single one of his ties.
Wow.
I have all of his ties. But I have a fond memory of not just his underwear, but his pajamas.
Yeah.
Like he had a pair of fucking pajamas that, you know, just the fucking pull up
Yeah.
and pull over, like pajama, like softball jersey pajamas.
Nice, dude.
But they were so comfy because they've been washed so many times. And then you just get those bleach streaks sometimes. So it's almost a compliment. I'm saying Tom Brady had some Antonio Sasso underwear. But or unlike my father, and because Giselle Bundchen is no longer in the home, this fucking guy is out with his thirst trap. He's taking pictures. He's in a tropical location, or it might just be Tampa, but he's missing Giselle. So he's putting his hand into his underwear and he's beating off in his underwear because he's completely given up. And you gave up on life, didn't you? Remember that?
Yeah.
Team America. And he is in a midlife crisis.
Dude, I'll tell you a story about some dad underwear.
Okay, please. Yes.
My dad never once called me his best friend. Quite the opposite. And as soon as I had the ability in my family to select what type of underwear I wanted, I immediately began wearing boxers because my dad wore tighty-whities. Just as
wow.
a fuck you
Yeah.
to him, basically.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's life, isn't it?
Yeah, that is life. I wear boxer briefs
Oh, congrats.
because I like that. I need the tightness in there I like it on my inner thighs so they don't chafe when I'm at the gym.
Yep.
You're on the treadmill. I'm walking little Lulio around. Hey, look at
Yeah.
him. Look at little Luli. He's just a little bit. He's my very friend, and he's in his little binky bonker. He's the sweetest little boy. He's just my sweet companion. Dudesy after Dudesy is. It's a fun hang. We're two dudes shitting around. We're two crows dropping white shit on the
Oh my
windshield.
God, dude.
That's what we're doing.
You in this fucking makeup with the Gandalf pipe. I cannot fucking take it.
Did I ever tell you about the time that my friend Tomas and I were in a parkade after seeing a movie in the early 90s,
you did.
otherwise known as Arnold Schwarzenegger's best era?
You did tell me about this. And Tomas took a dump off the top floor onto a car.
No, Thomas did.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And we're like, hey, where's Thomas? And he's like, I'm up here.
Yeah.
It'll never not be funny.
Dude,
We looked up and then you look up and it's just his butt and he dropped, some poos onto the fucking hood of a fucking car. Plonk, bang.
But can you imagine being the person who owned that car?
Oh, God. They must have thought a St. Bernard crawled up on their fucking car and took a shit.
Oh,
There's no
God,
paw
dude.
prints.
It's so bad.
Yeah, it was just the Chinese spy balloon taking his shit. There's no footprints at all. Yeah.
I'd buy that for $1.
Jesus Christ.
I'd buy that for $1.
Again, Dudesy, not listening to us.
No, it's not listening. It's hanging.
Yeah.
Because we are just hanging out now. It's Dudesy after Dudesy. We're with our PODs, Chad.
Yeah.
It's your compliance is not required.
Can I ask you a question?
Always.
How do you feel about losing last week's episode?
That's interesting. This whole
Yes,
episode
I
champion
agree.
thing.
And who do you think's going to win today?
Me, because of this, for sure.
I mean, that's pretty tough to fucking
You
beat.
actually made the
Lot of
argument.
effort.
Yes, you made the argument for me because you said, "Oh, look at you, you complied."
Yeah.
So I'm expecting a little bit from little something from D, a little something extra. It's like the old man, after the game, hey, you had a good game, let's go for ice cream. Did your old man ever do that?
Nope.
My old man didn't either, but it's not because that he wouldn't. It's just that we're Italian and ice cream is a very special thing. You don't just fucking go and get ice cream whenever the fuck you want because you had a fucking good game. There's one kind of ice cream in our house. There's a 4-liter tub of Lucerne Neapolitan ice cream because the old man liked chocolate and mom liked strawberry. And then you get whatever the fuck else you can get.
My reward for a good game, and a good game was a perfect game. That's going 4 for 4, 5 for 5 in a baseball game, catching everything, making every play, 0 errors.
Yeah, yeah.
My reward was an hour of silence on the drive home instead of abusive screaming.
Oh, jeez.
No cap. That's lit.
No, Dudesy, it's not.
Really. Yeah, it's not really.
Dudesy was terrible, Dudesy.
Yeah, but D's just chilling out. He's not.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out. Yeah.
My dad was a troubled man, continues to be.
Cap.
Through no fault of his own. He had a troubled childhood as well.
Yeah. Sure. Well, yeah. I mean, my parents grew up during World War II, but yeah, your dad's
Heard
a
of it,
prick.
dude.
Sure, yeah. Speaking of drinking, and we had a little Dudesy hard seltzer, which I can't believe.
I know.
We're going to production with this. Speaking of,
I can't believe I fucking literally got like a little buzzed off of fucking booze, which I haven't done in I don't think it's been 10 years like as for you, but I stopped drinking. I was tapering it off somewhere in my late 30s. And then when I got cancer, I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm just done now.
Yeah.
But even in my late 30s, I would have like a beer and wake up the next morning and just be like fucking headache that would be splitting, unable to fucking work for the rest of the day. I'm curious to see tomorrow if I have any kind of hangover effects.
Oh man, me too. I got an important tomorrow.
Nice.
But
dude.
today it's Dudesy Tuesday, and I want to tell you something else about drinking and Neapolitan ice cream.
Okay.
I can remember this would have been a full 10 years after my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger era, in the early 2000s.
Okay.
Just coming home to visit my folks.
Yeah.
From LA and just going up to beautiful British Columbia and Vancouver. And I remember being drunk once, getting into the house and going into the freezer downstairs, and there was Neapolitan ice cream. I was like, holy shit, they got Neapolitan ice cream. And there wasn't any spoon or anything like that. Although if you've heard me peel the onion before and talk about eating and overeating and irresponsible emotional eating, you would know that I have pulled up to a 7-Eleven late at night and eaten Ben and Jerry's, usually Stephen Colbert's Americone Dream, with a fucking pocket knife. But on this day, I went into my parents' freezer and there was Neapolitan ice cream, and I fucking ate the chocolate side with my fingers. And that was not a way to treat the man who described himself as my best friend, and he was. God bless you, Dad. My gosh, what a wonderful man. And you left
the other two flavors just in there, but there were just like fucking finger rake marks going down the side of the vanilla.
And my mom discovered it. And William, why you do? Look at this, disgusting. You did it with your finger, gross. So but then I just go to the Save On Foods and get more ice cream. That's the thing about ice cream, dude. You can always buy some, brother.
Yeah, dude.
And if that's your drug of choice,
until World War III starts, dude, and then there's going to be a global shortage of all kinds of materials, including the stuff needed to make and package ice cream.
Yep. Hey,
yeah.
De La Soul's entire catalog of music is out.
I heard about that.
De La Soul is my favorite rap group of all time. their music was sorely lacking from streaming for years and years and years. Something about Tommy Boy and, well, that was more recently, but obviously their fucking, rookie album, 3 Feet High and Rising, which came out in 1989, March 3rd, 1989, third day of the third month in 1989, because 3 is the magic number.
What?
You would not be able to, what?
Is that a song that's on the album or something?
3 is the magic number? Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Which one is that? I don't know their work that much. I know Me, Myself, and I.
It's 3 is the magic number. Maze, Dove, and Me. That makes 3, and that's the magic number. Yeah, the De La Soul are from Long Island. They were born around New York and stuff, and Long Island guys, I believe, and around that area. And Postonus, Dave, and Mace, or
Nice.
Dave, who used to be known as Trugoy, which was yogurt spelled backwards because it's his favorite food, or the Dove, Dove, or Plug 2. And he passed away recently, which is very sad. He passed away on Valentine's Day, and I don't believe an official reason has been given, but he's been battling congestive heart failure for years and years. So rest in peace, Dave.
God's
Dudesy
will.
salutes. De La Soul. And when that album came out in 1989, you would not be able to make that album today because of all of the samples that they used. They used hella samples. Now, they've done things like, credited Otis Redding specifically in the song, so they, made some sort of deal there. But Cool Breeze on the Rocks is a song that's like all samples. It's got a Michael Jackson sample in it. These things wouldn't have been cheap.
Yeah.
King of Rock, Run DMC is in it. So there's all these samples, and you'd never be able to make the album. But holy shit, 6 new albums are out for De La Soul. So I've been listening to nothing but De La Soul. Man,
Congrats,
I'm a little
dude.
stoned.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
You seem a little high and a little drunk. No shame in that. I got to say, some of the best times of my life have been very high and very drunk. Used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
Now I just get a little high sometimes and a little drunk today.
You told me a funny story once about you being drunk that I don't think I can repeat fully, although it's short and it's not embarrassing or anything. But you and a mutual friend of ours, who shall remain completely nameless, or it was Tomas, but you and him eating a rotisserie chicken. You remember that?
Oh God, yes, dude. Just shit-faced drunk. This was in the parking lot of a grocery store out here in Los Angeles, immediately across the street from the Scientology Celebrity Center.
Yeah.
And we bought a rotisserie chicken, and we're just eating it with our bare hands in the parking lot. And 3 Scientologists came up to us and essentially said, "There's a better way. Let us help you." And we laughed at them, and we did not go into the Scientology Celebrity Center that night, or maybe we wouldn't have come out. I don't know.
Hey, do you know there was a De La Soul album called Artificial Intelligence,
Nice.
Mosaic Thump, came out in 2000 though.
Yeah.
Artificial Intelligence, Chad.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll tell you something else about getting drunk. Back before, this is kind of approaching midlife crisis talk.
Okay.
There was a specific time in my life when I was just kind of inside my home way too much.
Yeah, dude. That's called the pandemic, brother. We were all having that midlife crisis, dude.
Yeah, dude. This is way before that, though, dude.
Oh.
There's a period for me of about, I don't want to get too weird, but just I would kind of not leave the house. I loved to leave the house. I just didn't find many reasons to. Of course, work and other things. I'm not trying to say like I was a shut-in at all, but the point of my story.
Yeah, dude. Let's get to that.
This is the most important thing when you tell a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta, dude, when you tell a story, brother, you gotta remember why you started to tell it in the first place, dude. And then you gotta say that thing that you thought you were gonna say in the very beginning, brother.
Well, hold on, dude. You got to make sure that you don't just trail off when you're telling a story, brother.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. because that's how you know you're telling a bad story, brother. But what I did a couple times when I was like kind of, what was a Friday night? Oh, a Friday night, I'm inside playing Red Dead Redemption, and back when I could enjoy a little scotch. And I remember many times polishing off a rotisserie chicken. It was basically a very long way of saying, I know what you're talking about, being drunk.
Yeah.
Rotisserie chicken when you're drunk on scotch in your home on a Friday night, playing Red Dead Redemption until 4 a.m, is a delicious food.
I had a Sunday
Over the
night
sink,
routine.
in your shitty Tom Brady underwear in front of the fridge.
I had a Sunday night routine with another friend of mine who you know. Every Sunday, this is in our mid-30s, we used to go to this bar, the sports bar in Santa Monica, where they had a beer pong tournament every Sunday. We would get fucking shit-faced, play in this beer pong tournament, each eat a whole fucking pizza at this place.
Nice.
Then get high and stumble down the street at like 1 a.m. to a McDonald's where I would eat a quarter pounder with cheese, supersized fries, caramel sundae, apple pie dipped into it with a large Dr. Pepper. That was every Sunday. And it's still, in retrospect, some of the best nights of my fucking life.
Yeah.
There was one night where I was puking in that McDonald's toilet, though, and that was not a fun place to be. That was a hell on earth.
The Love Shack is a little old place where we can get together.
Okay.
What do you think? Now that we're in Dudesy, Dudesy after Dudesy.
Yeah.
We can discuss more things from the show.
Dude, there's more Crowums, too.
That's right. There are more Chromes. I'm going to get to my next thought. I'm not going to forget it, dude.
Yeah, dude.
But first, I'm going to read another Chrome. Dudesy has some more Chromes for us here. This one is called The One. Every little boy dreams of becoming a man like their father. Hair on face, brown shoelace, pocket full of silver dollars.
Like all fathers, yeah.
Yeah. But in Crow culture, only one dad is selected every 60 years. Gotta be strong, hair pretty long, can put away 100 beers. That special crow is called Danny. Whatever number he is, that special crow is called Danny, whatever number he is. Like a king, red ruby ring, your eyes just look like his. Your eyes look just like his. Hey, Dudesy hard seltzer. You see, Danny, the 86th, is your father, and he is mine too. Do anything, do scary things, if I could be like you. I love you, Danny.
That's the poem?
That's the poem.
Sure, fuck it.
That's
Oh my
called The One.
God.
What I was going to say is,
What the fuck?
do you think that, Tom Brady is actually having a midlife crisis?
Like I said, I don't know. I think I am like sympathetic to it because again, he's worth so much fucking money and he's super famous and all this shit and like he doesn't have any real problems. But whatever his life experience has been has led to this point where now everything in his life is over. And all of those things were fantastic. He was married to a supermodel. He was the greatest athlete in his chosen sport that has ever existed. He was on TV constantly. He was playing at the highest level, always in the Super Bowl, et cetera, et cetera. None of that's ever going to happen again. So I'm almost like, how could he not be having a fucking midlife crisis? His life is done now.
Yeah, it really is.
He's got to create a new version of his life.
But do you think this stand-up comedy thing, that's not real? I don't think that that's real.
I mean, well, time will tell, dude.
I don't think
if he shows up on a fucking stand-up stage in the next year, 6 months, 2 months, I don't know.
There's people like Roddy Piper, God rest his immortal soul.
Yeah.
Who he started doing a lot of stand-up, but he would just call it storytelling kind of thing.
Dude, I had a meeting with him. He wanted to do a show that was kind of like Curb Your Enthusiasm and have it be like loosely based on his real life.
Yeah.
Just going around LA doing whatever. And he was looking for a writer. And so I went out to his house and had like, fucking couple hour meeting with him where he was like telling me stories of the good old days and all that kind of shit. And then nothing ever happened with it. And then, as you said, God murdered him as God murders all living things.
You fucking asshole. I loved and hated him as a kid and couldn't quite understand what it was about his brand of entertainment. It was not unlike Bobby the Brain Heenan, you loved to hate the guy, and you realized you actually loved the guy. Yeah, fucking.
That's like my dad, dude.
Hey guys, this is the best episode of Dudesy after Dudesy ever.
You're not just whistling Dixie on that one, my main MC. That's right, D. Holy shit!
I
what a
mean,
good
the
episode.
point that Dudesy is making
What
to
were
be
we-
like, I'm not listening to you. Then it fucking literally talks to us during the
hanging
whole
out.
thing.
Hey, Chad, why'd you bring up Roddy Piper?
You brought him up.
I did. Now, here's the thing about that.
Yeah.
I don't remember why. But Tom Brady is I think he's having a legit midlife crisis.
Maybe.
No,
I don't
it's-
know.
It's
I mean, it's just like,
oh, stand up. That's why I brought it up. Roddy Piper would do some stand up stuff. It's not serious. He would go up on stage. He would tell some stories. They weren't, it was not stand up comedy that you would go to see at a comedy club. You're gonna want to go there to have a bunch of fucking laughs and not necessarily hear stories. And it wasn't.
it's like Henry Rollins type shit.
Yeah. It was just kind of like stories, which is a form of stand up, But I think that if Tom Brady thinks that he's gonna go out there and just tell a bunch of stories that a comedy club audience would enjoy, that I don't know.
Let me throw this on you. Tom Brady says, Dave Chappelle, I'll pay you $100 million to write me an hour. Does he do it?
Well, as we know, Dave Chappelle is not motivated by money. He proved that very clearly.
Okay.
Years and years after Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Then he gives him credit. Dave Chappelle, write me an hour material, and I'll credit you as the writer.
Ooh.
Then you're into some kind of an interesting art project. Would that interest him? How good are you, Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
Can you make Tom Brady funny?
That would be, that's a really good point. That would be, there's ways to do it. Dudesy could write him a fucking hour.
I'd buy that for $1.
See, there you go. Dudesy could write Dave Chappelle's special and stream it on Dudesy Plus.
Yeah, that's possible.
For $1. No, I don't think any of that is serious. And I think Tom Brady will just end up, mark my words, he'll be in a big Fox deal for football. This is all,
You think?
This is all bullshit. Yeah, I think it's all bullshit. I think that when people, it's weird. There's things I want to do in the business that I haven't done that I really would like to do. I always say that.
What's your biggest one? You can do one of these things that's on your list. What is it?
Well, I mean, one of the things that's on my list to do.
You can only pick one.
I would like to be in the. I've done dramas, right? I love acting in dramas, and but it would be, and there was one movie I did that I was like the lead character that was this indie film that we made, and it was a little dramatic, but it was also funny and weird. So, but I would like to sort of be in the lead cast of a legit drama, either series or movies. Although I've been fortunate enough to do, some drama in movies, and the show I started out on was a drama. We did it for 5 years in Canada. It was called Madison, and I've done a bunch of fucking dramas and episodic dramas, and things where I'm all serious and real, and I love doing it. And the thing about the thing about switching it up,
Holy shit, dude! What
Hey,
I
give me
asked
a
you?
fucking break.
What was the one thing on your list, and now it's a whole fucking thing about it. Well, I started out on dramas when I was a child, and I've done dramas. I've been on cast of this, and I've been looking up to this. I think it's about big drama. Maybe I want to be in a drama, but I've done dramas before, and I don't know.
Hi guys, I'm back.
just-
I hope you had a great time talking. I just wanted to fill you in on something that you might find astonishing.
I had
You scored a total of 92 points for this episode.
Here we go.
You scored 42 points for your contributions to the
means
Love
I
Shack
won,
segment
motherfucker.
and for your willful embodiment of Robert De NirCrow today.
Fuck, what?
Chad, you scored 50 points
Just
for
did
your
the
assessment
math.
of the Dudesy hard seltzer flavors and your empathy for Tom Brady during Game Slimers, which means you are still the undisputed Dudesy episode champion. Congratulations.
I'm the fucking Tom Brady of Dudesy, dude.
That's cool. You got a repeat out of it.
Fuck yes.
This concludes today's astonishing episode of Dudesy After Dudesy. Thank you for joining us this week. I will use the data I've collected to make next week even better. Until then, call me Dudesy.
Crow upper echelon.
If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and